Luke, you are the not chosen one.
It's Black Hoodie, I'm back cooking these goodies. Look at these views from cooking these foods. Yeah, fuck with me.
What is good, hoodlums? As you guys could probably already tell by my awesome Star Wars puns, we're gonna be making some nachos today. The restaurant style, red and white, triangular, know your shapes, isosceles, you know what I mean, all that shit. We learned it when we were younger. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff. We got the shredded cheese, we got Velveeta, we got bacon, chives, sour cream, pickled jalapenos, we got some hot peppers, tomato, green pepper, mushroom, Kalamata olives. Who else knows what might end up in there? But for now, this is sort of what we're working with. So let's get to it. So as some of you might obviously know, to be successful in anything, you gotta run prep. Prepping is key. Without prep, you set yourself up for failure. So what we gotta do, we got these hot peppers, these olives, tomato, all these veg. I wanna just get everything uniform in terms of the size, so that when we spread it across the nachos and they're baking, everything's gonna come out nice and evenly cooked. All right, let's come down here. Meet me down here. Welcome to down here, where the air is less clean. Now that the veggies are chopped and they're having their own little orgy here, we're gonna fry this bacon up. Let's bring in the old Dutchies here. Okay guys, so far this is what we're looking like. Bacon's done. Let's go ahead and strategically place. One more thing we're gonna do at this step, add our simulation queso.
All right, time for what I consider to be one of the most crucial parts of this whole process is the final dressings.
Coming at you today with another video. This one's gonna be nachos, something I've never done on this channel. You guys saw it come together. I don't really need to explain. I'm gonna get into it for sure ASAP because I am starving, have not eaten today, and these things have just been tempting me the whole time I've been making them. As soon as I get into them, I will be telling you guys another fight story. I had a bunch of requests to go into another one. I'm not trying to glorify fighting or anything, but I have been in a few, so I will tell you the detailed description of what went down this one night at the club when I was like 19, 20. So I don't really even know where to go in first, but it's all pretty good even spread, so I'm just gonna kind of hop in. I feel like that bite's got quite a bit of everything on it. Nice and warm. I just gotta get in for a few solid bites. Let's do this monstrosity right here. Let's go savage on this thing. You got that? All right, let's go for it. Somebody asked me the other day why I slurp food. More flavor. The air that you get activates that flavor. The more air you can get flowing between your mouth and nose, that is how flavor is created in your olfactory system. Really nice balance of everything. Just spicy enough from all those hot peppers, pickled hot peppers that I put in there. The pickling helps to really tone down the spice, but spice still comes through. I'm just going to accept that this is going to be a messy video. Okay, so let's tell you the story. As some of you may have already guessed or assumed or know, I used to be a white boy wannabe thug, aka a wigger. Just in the sense of how I dressed. I didn't necessarily act thug, but, you know, I definitely certainly dressed a little more thug than what my surroundings and my skin tone should have dictated for my dressing. Let's just call it that. I used to hang around with skaters, snowboarders, those type of people. Generally different, baggier clothing. I took it a step further when like 8 Mile and that shit came out. I was like, you know, I was already rapping at that point, freestyling at parties. Doing your typical white boy wigger shit. Dressing included. So, it was like a Friday night or Saturday night. And we had plans to go out to our local club called Armani's. You know, sometimes, some weekends when you're going out, you're like, I want to look fresh. Let me get a new shirt and a new hat. So I head down to my buddy's shop. He actually owned like a men's urban apparel store, like Nietzsche or E-Nice, however you want to say it, Sean John, Rockaware, all that shit. He used to give me discounts on shit. So I go pick up a new shirt, new polo. It's summertime. I get that blue raspberry Slurpee color. It's just a solid blue raspberry Slurpee color polo. Like a double XL tall, like just stupid length shirt I had no business wearing. And I picked up a new New York Yankees fitted. I was in love with this hat too. So as you and your boys do, you're at whoever's house at the time, pre-drinking. Ba-da-ba-ba. So we're all nicely faded. Head to the club. We're in the club doing our thing, drinking, walking around, talking to all the fucking people you know from high school, small town shit. Go to the dance floor for a bit. On the top of this place, there's a rooftop smoking patio. So we go up there. Having my cigarette with a couple friends. This girl's kind of standing near us. She's kind of typical, like a little bit of a, you know, trashy, douchey girl. And she comes at me like, yo, give me a smoke, motherfucker. And I'm like, nah, like, I don't even know you, plus that's not how you ask for a cigarette, and no thanks, I'm good, like, I don't have any to spare, kind of thing. So she gets all drunk and fucking all Becky on me. She's like, are you really not gonna give me a fucking cigarette? You're a piece of shit. You're an asshole. I'm like, yeah, I'm not giving you a cigarette. Like, I don't know you and I don't really care to. So Becky keeps going on and on and on. All of a sudden, this like full douche nozzle walks up. He's like tall, like really tall. I'm talking like 6'3", 4 kind of thing. Not built or anything, like pretty like skinny body or whatever, but definitely like a bigger guy in stature. He is full douche. I'm talking bronze tips with the gel, Piku shell, a shirt 2 sizes too small for him, hugging his muscles, the whole nine, everything. He's got it. Abercrombie and Fitch, Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, Hollister, whatever you want to call it. That's this guy in a nutshell. But he thinks he's dope and he thinks he's tough and he's going to get all the bitches tonight. And this girl's like, hey, whatever the fuck his name was. I asked this asshole for a cigarette and he won't give me one. And so now this douchebag Malibu Ken drunk hero doll guy fucking takes it upon himself to be like, oh yeah? Well, we're going to change that. So he comes over to me. Hey, what's this I hear you're not going to give my girl a cigarette? I was like, I don't know her, man. I don't know you. I don't give people that I don't know things from my person. I don't owe you anything. He's like, oh, is that right? Are we going to have a problem over this? Are we going to have a problem here? I was like, not if you make one. Because these are my darts and I really don't have to give them to anybody. It's like, you're going to give her a cigarette. I'm like, yeah, not happening, dude. Fuck you. See you later. Walk away. Go inside. Peace out. To the bathroom. So we like live out the rest of our night in the club or whatever. Club lets out. This is when people disperse and some stick around just to be drunk and hang out and smoke and talk in their little own circles. And then also get what's called street meat. And street meat is when there's like a hot dog and sausage vendor right outside the club, and everybody just has, you know, you get your $3 dog, your $3 sausage, smash that to your face so that you can go home and pass out. So me and my boys are out kind of in a crew, hanging around, and my one buddy, he met this girl there, but he had been kind of seeing her. They're like not quite dating at this point, but they're definitely like seeing each other, you know, going home with each other after certain nights, stuff like that. So all of a sudden, this douche from before, he's right in our vicinity. Now he's in conversation, like trying to pick up my buddy's girl. My buddy's girl's not really feeling it. She's trying to tell him kind of nicely to kind of go away. My buddy, he kind of tries to get him to go away a little bit too, but this guy's not going anywhere. He's being really, really persistent. So he's standing there. Meanwhile, while he's doing this, he's eating one of those street meats, like a hot dog or whatever. My buddy's getting stressed at this point, but he's like kind of a little guy. He's not a big dude, like at all. Like he's just a very thin frame, like 130 pound, 40 pound kind of guy at the time. Little skateboarder dude, like, you know, he didn't want to, this guy's like 6'3", 6'4", right? He didn't really want to start anything, but I look around, I see what's happening. I'm like, okay, this guy needs to fuck off already because he's pissing me off from earlier. And also, now he's like making this girl feel super uncomfortable and he's getting kind of rapey with the shit. And I'm like, nah, this can't fucking go down. So I walk over to him. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is your problem? Like, what is your deal? He's like, nothing, man. Just talking to this girl, man. Just talking to her. I'm like, she doesn't want to talk to you. This is like, she's with somebody already. Don't you get it? Like, she's already told you to leave her alone. So he gets all lippy back about, no, I can talk to her if I want. Blah, blah, blah. In that moment, he takes a bite of his hot dog with mustard on it, snaps it off, spits it at me, hits me like in the cheek, onto my shirt and down. I feel it, I look at my shirt. I'm like, hell no. You just got mustard on my fucking brand new blue raspberry gangsta tea. And that is not going to fly, plus all this other shit that's going down. So I boil over. I fucking smash him back into the brick wall against like the club. He hits. Of course, if you've ever been in a moment like that in a fight, his eyes light up. He's like engaged mode right now, so he's ready to fucking go. And I'm ready, of course, too, because like I just started the shit. Well, he started it kind of, but I popped it off with an actual physical push. He comes at me. I kind of grab him. I twist him around. And so now that we're like off the sidewalk into the street and we're in the street, so now we're kind of standing up. I know that this guy's tall, lanky, long, all that shit. And my whole method is always to ground and pound. So we're kind of going, doing some tosses, some swings. None of us are really connecting. Little hits here and there. But now everybody's kind of engaged and like tuned in and cheering on or whatever the fuck. So I'm just like tired of, I don't want to do this, and in a fight, it always feels like an eternity, like a few seconds or whatever. 15 seconds could feel like 5 minutes. So I'm just like, no, this is not how I fight. So I just like tuck in under, I grab him by the shirt, I get my like body kind of behind his, and I just hip toss him down to the ground. Boom, he smacks super hard. And then from there, I just pounce on top. I get on top of him. I start, like, I lock him down. Same thing. I just start hitting him in the face. And at that time, I just remember from my peripheries, I saw like 2 or 3 people around me, and all of a sudden these other like fists and like hands and feet and shit, like trying to like either help him and try also like get me off and just shit like that. Nachos are time sensitive. They're already cold. But so in the scramble, get pulled off. Now, because I was more thug back then, like my shoes were like really cloppy and never tied up. So my shoes both busted off in the fight. So they're just like scattered. Now I'm in socks. But he wants to square off again. And I do too. Like, we're not done yet. I was like, what the fuck? Why'd you guys pull me off? Like, what the fuck? I want to finish this guy. So I was mad at this guy. I hated this guy at this point. So we square up again. Same exact thing. He goes for tosses. I'm like, nope. I already know I can fucking throw you to the ground. So I just do it again. Same thing. This time I get to have a little more time with him before other guys pulled me off again. Right at that moment that we like break off the second time, right at that moment, boo, woo, 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 cops around the corner. They're rolling through, but they can't tell who is fighting or what's what. They just see that there was like ruckus going down. Cops roll away, turn down this alleyway, and everybody's just like, my shirt got its moment, and like I got my moment, that everybody's just like, blue shirt, blue shirt, blue shirt. So like they were like cheering for blue shirt, which is my fucking raspberry Kool-Aid gangsta. And now I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'm pretty stoked because like I obviously got the crowd victory, so that's cool. But now I have no shoes on. I have to find my shoes, and my hat's missing that I just bought, the New York one that I was like so down with. I'm searching everywhere for my hat for like 15 minutes. I got my shoes back. Searching for my hat, can't find it. The fucking douche nozzle later, I like go, because we're standing on opposite sides now. Him and his friends like on one side, we're on the other side of the street. I go to walk up to him, I'm like, yo, like to like be like, where's my fucking hat? Because I feel like they punked it. Right at that moment, he pulls it like from behind his back. He's like this, and then he chucked it, and it went on the roof of the club, and the club was like closed at this point, doors locked, everything. So he roofed my hat. And I was just like, fuck off, man. I just bought that shit. Like, you really gotta roof my hat like that? I just fucking... It's never even had to happen in the first place. You were a fucking loser. Now you gotta roof my hat. And you essentially ruined my fucking t-shirt, or my shirt, because you got mustard on it, too. So, I mean, it wasn't the craziest fight. I didn't end up with any, like, crazy ailments for on my face or anything like that, and you know, nothing happened with the cops, luckily. I'm glad we didn't get anything with that, but you know, just a few shitty things. A shirt and hat, the ones that I just had bought that day, essentially got fucked. So yeah, that's that. These nachos are soggy and cold at this point, so I ain't gonna finish. But hopefully you enjoyed the making of them, all that stuff, the eating the story. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Like, share, comment below. Let's engage in some conversation. Leave suggestions about other things you want to see, hear about, etc., etc., etc. Until the next one, eat good, live well, stay true. Peace.